Meher Baba ki jai. So let's start with the prayer. Why don't you start with the universal prayer, Rukji? Then Ravi ji will do the repentance, and I will do the delivered cards. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Universal prayer. O Parvardikar, the preserver and protector of all, you are without beginning and without end, non-dual, beyond comparison, and none can measure you. You are without color, without expression, without form, and without attributes. You are unlimited and unfathomable, beyond imagination and conception, eternal and imperishable. You are indivisible, and none can see you, but with eyes divine, you always were, you always are, and you always will be. You are everywhere, you are in everything, and you are also beyond everywhere and beyond everything. You are in the firmament and in the depths. You are manifest and unmanifest on all planes and beyond all planes. You are in the three worlds and beyond the three worlds. You are imperceptible and independent. You are the creator, the Lord of lords, the knower of all minds and hearts. You are omnipotent and omnipresent. You are knowledge infinite, power infinite, and bliss infinite. You are the ocean of knowledge, all knowing, infinitely knowing, the knower of the past, the present, and the future, and you are knowledge itself. You are all merciful and eternally benevolent. You are the soul of souls, the one with infinite attributes. You are the trinity of truth, knowledge, and bliss. You are the source of truth, the ocean of love. You are the ancient one, the highest of the high. You are Prabhu and Parmeshwar. You are the beyond God and the beyond God also. You are Parabrahma, Allah, Ilahi, Yazdan, Ahurmaz, and God the Beloved. You are named Izzat, the only one worthy of worship.
Ravi, I think he's away from the phone. Do you want to continue, Ashokji?
Okay, uh, the the prayer of repentance. We repent, O God most merciful, for all our sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that ought not to have been spoken, for every deed done that ought not to have been done. We repent for every deed and word and thought inspired by selfishness, and for every deed and word and thought inspired by hatred. We repent especially for every lustful thought and every lustful action, for every lie, for all hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for all slander and backbiting. Most especially, also we repent for every action that brought ruin to others, for every word and deed that has given others pain, and for every wish that pain should be for others. In your unbounded mercy, we ask you to forgive us, O God, for all the sins committed by us, and to forgive us for our constant failures to think and speak and act according to your will.
Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more and more and more, and still yet more till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's daman till the very end. Atar Meher Baba ki jai. Atar Meher Baba ki jai. Meher Baba ki jai. Thank you so much. And for our break and face-to-face interactions in Ahmedabad, we are back on the virtual mode. We are still reading volume 3. We are on session number 47, and we are on page 113. So, Sukji, you want to start by reading?
Yeah, I'll start, but Karthik, there's always I just wanted to point out there was some echo in. I don't know what that was.
Is it still there?
No, it's not there. No. I'll start. I'll start.
Yeah, please. Jai Baba.
अवतार अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Jay Baba, Karthik, just want to introduce my brother, also logged in, Dr.
Okay, Dr.
Prabhakar.
Prabhakar. Yes. Welcome, Dr. Prabhakar. Good to see you.
He's muted, probably. He's just watching you guys.
No problem. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Threshold.
And
Uh,
Ravi, are you in a position to read later? You like to read? You're on mute.
You want me to
and
read?
No, no, later, later. Now,
Oh,
Ashok
later.
will
Okay.
start. Yeah. Okay.
and
Thank you.
and we have Vijay also. We can ask him also.
Vijay ji is also there. Yes. Yes.
Vijay ji. Okay.
Yeah.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jay. Threshold of the fiery free life. On October 6th, Baba visited Mehrabad. He discussed with Pendu and Padri the lodging arrangements we made for his lovers. This included the setting up of the kitchen, erecting a dining hall, putting up the mandap, and creating washing and latrine facilities. Nothing was left undiscussed. He did not even he did not overlook even minor details. When Baba called any meeting, he would be the perfect host. Jal Kerawala, one of Baba's closest disciples, died on the 6th at midnight. A day earlier, he had left Bombay for Nagpur. On the train, he had a heart attack and passed a restless night and was directly rushed to hospital at Nagpur, where he breathed his last without regaining consciousness. Baba sent a telegram to Meherji, Jal's friend. What God decrees must come to pass, and Jal has now come to me eternally. Jal Kerawala had held a commissioner's post with the Indian government. He was unmarried and had no close family members. So Baba instructed Meherji, Erich, and Papa, Erich's father, to go to Nagpur and see to Jal's affairs. Jal, Jal, with his impressive bearing, deep understanding, and unadulterated love for his master, was indeed one of the gems among Baba's disciples. Role of the fairy free life. During Iraj and Pendu's All India tour, they had given to some of Baba's devoted followers a special letter. This offered them an opportunity to dedicate their money, property, or lives in the service of Meher Baba. After Baba's arrival, the list of persons who were given this choice was read out to him. Later, some additional names were approved by Baba and mimeographed copies of a circular letter prepared by Adi and quoted below were sent to them. Here, in the cause of God and entirely in the interest of spiritual life, I think that's enough. that's a typo. In the cause of God and entirely in the interest of spiritual life, Baba desires to know whether it will or will not be possible for you to act up to the items as enumerated in the attached letter, which you should fill in, sign, and send to Meher Baba, care of Adi K. Rani, Kings Road, Ahmednagar by October 1st, 1952. Everyone who received this circular was to fill in this letter which appeared below. Dear Baba, as per your letter of 1952, I agree on my own free will and responsibility to follow you by unquestioningly dedicating dedicating to you any one or more or all of the following entirely in the interest of spiritual life. My money, yes, no. My property, yes, no. My service, yes, no. My very life, yes, no. My remarks on the above, if any, my name and address in block letters, yours devotedly. After receiving the above communication, some people asked Adi about Baba's forthcoming fairy life. To one of the group heads, Adi wrote, the fairy free life will have two aspects, impersonal and personal. The impersonal aspect will represent something beyond imagination, beyond time and form, and as such is incomprehensible for us. Power knows what it be to function impersonally. Suffices for us to know that it is impersonal. The personal aspect will represent something done that is tangible and perceptible, and as such practical. It will have several phases. Must work with the poor, and mass darshan. I take a break here if there are any comments or, but it intrigues me that Baba combines both impersonal and personal aspects of life. I'll
Yeah,
continue.
sure, please.
I mean, just a thought which came to me, and each day Adi kept Baba informed about the replies from his disciples and devotees. A proportionally large number of people expressed their readiness to offer their lives. One person who had no money to offer Baba requested him to accept instead not only his present life but his successive lives as well. Comparatively few agreed to dedicate their money or property to Baba. Later, he jokingly remarked, how can we manage with so little money for so many people wanting to stay with me? On another occasion, with a meaningful smile, he added, it is easy to offer one's life to me, but it is extremely difficult for one to part with one's money. It must be mentioned here that after receiving all the replies, Baba did not accept any money or property, even from those who wanted to give this to him. Was this as a test, a lesson, or both? What transpired between Baba and those who dedicated their lives to him, we do not know. It is a personal affair between each lover and the beloved. It is, however, obvious that although Baba, as the avatar, may or may not accept or reject the possessions offered to him, it becomes impossible for him to refuse hearts lovingly placed at his feet. So, was it a test or a what was that? That line can you just go back?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm just taking a break. Was this
Sure.
a test? lesson, or both. So he was just, trying to check your uh, level of commitment or level of dedication to join Baba's cause. This is really intriguing.
So let's say Baba asks you that today, what would you do? I was thinking about it. It's not an easy choice. It's
It's
easy
not.
to, yeah. So it's I think a combination of a test and a lesson where people are, uh, in all seriousness and in real life ask this question so that they can be filtered in some way for Baba's work. I think that's what was happening.
Yes, that's what's happening. And also, Baba has said in that you can't shirk your worldly responsibilities. Now, if somebody is dependent on you, you just can't. I mean, of course, you can do it, but but they are left be on their own, which is
So that's the question I would ask Baba, right? So I would say, hey, I'm ready to give all my whatever I have, Baba. But does that make me uh, walk away from my responsibilities, or would that mean you would take care of it? Now, if you go back in history, Baba and the trust actually took responsibility. So the responsibility of those people that were near to him and those that donated everything in their lives to him, their families were taken care. They were given the best, very best, as they would have received from the original benefactor or the original donor, right? So that's so, but a good thought exercise for all of us right now to see what we would do today.
What
it
is
is.
the question, Karthik? Sorry, what is the question, Karthik?
No, no, no. It's the letter that Baba asked everybody to respond to, which is whether they would give their money, their property,
Oh,
yeah,
I see, I
yeah,
see, I see. So
donation.
the
Yeah,
surrendering. Baba is talking about surrendering everything.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can
It,
continue.
it is indeed a litmus test, a very
Yes.
uh, Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. In October, he inquired of those who had not replied to him. He had expressed concern that they might not have received the form. About this time, I received a letter in which Baba directed me to meet a certain Baba lover and to get his form duly filled in. The place where this person worked as a teacher was an out of the way village. I traveled there by road and was so muddy that I have yet to see its like again. I briefly wondered if this form would could sorry, I'm sorry. I I traveled there by a road that was so muddy that I have yet to see its like again. I briefly wondered if this form could possibly be so important. The same day I remember correctly, the form along with my letter was mailed to Ahmednagar. A month a month later, I had an opportunity to stay at Mehrabad for 2 weeks. During Baba's visit to Mehrabad, he would at times attend to correspondence. One day, along with the other letters, he also took out a letter that I had sent him from Gun Jyoti, the village I had just visited. Baba did not say anything about it, but this casual happening served as a reprimand to me for belittling, though inadvertently, the importance of Baba's instruction. With Baba, nothing was unimportant. Nothing, though outwardly insignificant, was purposeless. This gentle reprimand is an example of how he clears even the stray cobwebs of doubt from the dark corners of one's mind. On October 14th, Baba visited a hospital in Ahmednagar. He had x-rays taken which did not reveal anything wrong, but the pain in his leg and arm persisted. The surgeon suggested that Baba should try to walk on an even surface and start weight bearing exercises. He agreed to do this under Tonkin's supervision at Mehrazad. On October 16th, the third anniversary of the start of the new life, Baba fasted, neither eating nor drinking even water all day. For the first time since the accident, he also began walking independently with the aid of canes, walking sticks. It was as if Baba was symbolically bridging the last few months of physical inactivity and linking the new life with its wanderings on foot with the upcoming fiery free life where Baba traveled once more around India, often having to walk considerable distances, especially during the mass darshan programs. On his return from Pune, he gave 7 messages to be read out to the masses during his visits to different places in India. In addition, as an introduction to the fiery free life, he dictated, "The role which God has built for me has had several phases. The pre-realization ordinary state, the old life state of realized divinity, the new life state of perfect humility and intensive seeking of God as truth through the achievement of Manonash, annihilation of the limiting mind, and the tripartite free life which emerged after the attainment of Manonash have all happened by God's will." Karthik, can you highlight this? This is really significant
Yeah,
because
I think if you can reread it, so just pause on the three on the phases very carefully, and let's just develop on it so that we absorb it. Yeah.
yes, yes, I'll reread it and I'll. You said I take a pause where in the last line.
No, no, just go slow on each of the phases. That's all.
Yeah, I might have been fast. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
The role which God has built for me has had several phases. The pre-realization ordinary state, the old life state of realized divinity, the new life state of perfect humility and intensive seeking of God as truth through the achievement of mononash, annihilation of the limiting mind, and the tripartite free life, which emerged after the attainment of mononash, have all happened by God's will. I take a pause if I think this is worth discussing or if anybody has any comments.
Continue now so that we understand what Baba's
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. In the first part of this free life, culminating on 10th July 1952, findings dominated freedom. It was in this first part that personal disaster for some years foretold by me took place in the form of an auto accident while crossing the American continent, causing me through facial injuries, a broken leg, and a broken arm, much mental and physical suffering. It was necessary that it should happen in America. God willed it so. In the second part of this free life, freedom has dominated findings. In the third part of this free life, commencing on 15th November 1952, Both freedom and bindings were consumed in the fire of divine love. There's a cross reference 57.
Yeah.
That is the fiery, free light, and seven of the messages, November 1952, page 1.
Okay, so the three parts are the first part was uh, is ending 10th July 1952. The second part, uh, there is no time that he mentions, but he says that it is in the second part of this free life, freedom has dominated bindings. So that's after 10th July. And by 15th November 1952, both freedom and bindings are consumed in the fire of divine love. And this message was given, I think, okay, there's no date here, but I believe this should be in the early part of 52 or closer to 10th July, right? Yeah. So what do we take away from this? We were actually discussing this between me and Mama Ji on the journey back. Like, so, what is the bigger picture on all the phases of Baba's life? What's the canvas? Why what happened? The sequence of in which it happened. Is there a message for us? Is there a message for the world and us lovers in specific? And honestly, I did not have an answer, nor did I think of any book that might have explored this topic. So I want to throw it up here as well. No, any thoughts, any responses?
Jai Baba, Karthik, I think it shows us the gradual progression towards uh, going towards our goal of you know, minimum original mukti or God realization. So it has to be done in phases. You have to get free of the bindings. Is the takeaway I have from this. So
Sure.
before
Hey
we
Baba, hey Baba, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, yes, please go ahead.
So if we summarize Baba's uh, ways during his lifetime, which were different from other avatars. I mean, just to summarize what we are looking at and where are we finding messages. One, he didn't speak 44 years, number one. Then he found these musks from everywhere, lepers. Another thing which I don't know whether any other avatar has done. So that was also very phenomenal. Then the third thing was traveling to so many countries. I also don't know if there is an avatar before that who has done that work as well. So these three things come to my head. But if I've missed something, is there any, and this, completely annihilating and, going to this new life, old life, this kind of thing, begging and living by example. Uh, these are these are very unique things to this avatar. Then they go to the previous ones, and also his humor. I don't know of any avatars who had, would make it fun to kind of get the big picture right. So these 4 5 things, I often think about these things, and I feel a lot of love for Baba. I
Yeah.
feel I didn't.
Jay
What a
Baba.
unique
Uh,
way to come back, Jabata. That's all.
Jay Baba. Can I say something? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. When lepers, Namita was talking about lepers. I think Christ did some work on the lepers. Not, yeah, lepers. He did a lot of work. If you see the movie, Ben Hur, was it Ben Hur? He did a lot of work with Christ. Did a lot of work with almost half of the second half of the movie. is how he dealt with the lepers.
Oh, okay.
Is okay. But anyway,
Yeah,
coming
I
back
can
to your question,
recollect that. Yes, yes, yes. I
right, right,
recollect
right.
that. Yeah, thank you.
So, so coming back to anyway, let me finish what the thoughts I got from Namita's commentary is the people are different at different avataric periods, and their sanskaras are different based on the people and their sanskara patterns. That's how the avataric work designs, right? That's how they design their work schedule, what has to happen, what time, and all these things. And Baba, somewhere Baba talked about how the what are those yoga sanskaras automatically create the duty for the perfect masters. Do you remember where you read?
Yeah.
Somewhere I read.
Yeah. Discourses. Discourses.
Oh, discourses, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect master, I was always wondering, how does each perfect master know what work he has to do? Probably Avatar tells him, okay, you do this, you do that. Something like that. Just like we have scheduled work, right? But the yoga sanskaras themselves create the schedule of their work. Uh, Baba, for example, he has a schedule of work. Now, who scheduled the work? What I learned from Bauculturist books was that Prophet Muhammad created the work schedule for the whole time until the next avatar comes and drops the body. That
Okay.
means Prophet Muhammad did all the work that confines to the end period is January 31st, 1969 till 12:15. And
Mm,
from
mm.
that time onwards, whatever the Baba work did, Baba talked about it in a different ways. Like I'm pulling the bow and I'm pulling so much, the arrow has to go and hit all the aspects of it. Something like that Baba talked about. Now, when did that work started? That is from the time he dropped the body. Okay.
Mm.
And Baba's work at different times,
If I can
he,
pause you for a minute, I think
yeah,
my question was specifically to both you
I'm,
and
I'm,
Nomita. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
coming to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe I
coming
did
to
not.
that.
Maybe I did not express the question correctly. So let
No,
me
I think I
restate.
understood. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
See, for example,
Finish
I'll
what you're
take
saying. Yeah.
to a couple of examples. Okay, Avatar. He didn't disclose that he was Avatar until 1954, and Baba did not come out with God Speaks until 1954. Why did he took so long? He got God realization in 1913, and he started working as an Avatar from 1920-21. Why did he delay so much? It's because it's my what I grasped intuitively from different reading from different Baba's books is Baba had to do a lot of work. Even if he said he's the avatar, we have to be capable of understanding that he's the avatar. Without his help, we cannot understand what is an avatar, and we cannot accept it. We are in such a miserable state. He had to help us to elevate us to a certain level so that we accept him as the avatar. Not all of them accepts it, but some of us accept him
Yeah,
as an
that
avatar.
applies even today. That applies
Even
even today.
even
Not
today, even
everybody.
today, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even God speaks also. He delayed so much so that we have to understand the contents of it, and that's why he took so much time and effort and energy, all that stuff, and he had to go through two different accidents and shed blood in India and in America, all that, so many seclusions, so much fasting, all that stuff, just to give us a push to us so that we are in a mental state to understand these things. Yeah, Baba.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba. Only thing I wanted to add, whatever actually, like, serving the poor. If you see the economical uh, turnaround of the humanity is there, serving the like lepers we were talking. So that action has served the whole humanity in all aspects, not just the leprosy, because the advancement of medical sciences increase in the average lifespan of human beings has dramatically changed over last 100 years actually. Like it used to be in 40s and now it is, even in India it is about 75. So these are just representative actions which have far-reaching implications. Same is with the education that he had a school run and which was disbanded, and he used the example of a scaffolding actually, which so the
Baba did talk about.
literacy rates globally have dramatically changed over 100 years, and now many people are
Yeah,
can read, write, and communicate. So that's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, just to add that. Yeah,
See,
Baba.
Baba, Sanjay Baba did talk about why he was washing the legs of lepers
Mm. Yeah.
was to there would have been a lot more diseases that would have uh, affected the world. To control all those diseases, he had to do this work, washing the feet of
Also, we
lepers.
see
Now.
during the Avtari case, there is so much of suffering that the
Yeah,
humanity passes through. Though he has helped the sciences and the health and education, everything has
exactly.
dramatically changed. But also the suffering part that you had two world wars and so many famines that so many people died during this period. Yeah, Jai Baba.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jai Baba.
3 million only in West Bengal, actually, during British time. So we can imagine the number of people who suffered and passed through that process, painful process of
Okay. So maybe we will
evolution.
continue.
Yeah, Jai Baba.
Yeah, maybe we continue, and Ashokji will also rotate the reading. So anybody who wants to read now and is ready can jump in.
I can. I am ready, Karthik.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashok, and Ravi, you can take over.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. To backtrack a bit, the first news I had that Baba's new life had ended was when I received the first life circular. In this circular, Baba had also stated that after March 21st, he would permit people to see him again. However, 3 weeks later, this blessed chance to see Baba was withdrawn by another circular, owing to Baba's impending visit to the West and his ill health. He agreed to a period of convalescence after his operation for piles and fistures. Thus, the opportunity of having Baba's darshan was postponed for 8 more months. The last line of the circular stated, after his return from the West, God willing, Baba will see people individually and in masses. It was a pill to be swallowed in which disappointment and consolation were mingled together. Fortunately for me, in what time period is he talking about here? Could anybody remember that?
It's 1952.
Oh, 52. Okay,
Yes,
thanks.
yes,
Thanks, Ashok.
1952. Yeah.
Thanks, Ashok. Yeah. Fortunately for me, in September, I received a letter from Baba instructing me to visit Sanjoti to do some work and report back to him. Although
Actually, it's
still deny.
Gunjoti, the Gunjoti village, which he referred to 2 pages back. I think there's an editorial lapse. It's Gunjoti, Gunjoti,
Jyoti.
the
Okay.
village where the roads were very bad, which he refers to in the previous
I,
page. Go ahead.
I see. Back to him. Although still denied his darshan, I felt as if this order re-established my connection with Baba, and I was consoled. And in October, to my great surprise and joy, I received another letter in which Baba said I could come to stay at Mehrabad for the first 2 weeks in November. Luckily, it was no problem for me to get leave from the school to go see Baba. Accordingly, on the evening of October 31st, I found myself at Mehrabad. I hadn't been there since October 1949, 3 full years earlier, when Baba had released me from accompanying him in the new life and instructed me to continue my duties at school instead. As I tried to carry out his divine directive, I always found that the school authorities were very considerate about my off and on visits to Baba. Over 30 people.
If I may add, he also resigns and gets back to the job, volume one, right? So there
Yeah.
was no hope of him getting back, but then when
Yes,
he
yes,
got
yes.
back, the principal said, "Yeah, yeah, it's okay, come back."
Yeah.
Because he was
Yeah.
one of the New Life volunteers, or rather, the people that agreed to join. And in a series of abrupt but Baba planned steps, he's asked to
Stay
get
back.
back to
Stay
the
back.
world. Yeah.
Stay back. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just a point.
Yeah. Over 30 people, including the mandali, were asked by Baba to be at Mehrabad for the first 10 days of November for meetings with him. Meanwhile, over 300 people from all parts of India were invited to the main Sahavas, which was scheduled for the 7th to 9th of November 1952. Baba stayed at Mehrajad, and usually it was Adi who drove him each morning to Mehrabad. But on November 1st, at about 7:30 in the morning, Baba came to Mehrabad with Meherji and Nariman, while the Mandali came in Adi's car. This guy, Nariman Dada Chanji, right? He's the husband. He's the
Yes,
husband
yes.
of what's her name? Mm, Rhoda Mishri's sister.
Anawaz.
Arnavas, correct, correct.
Arnavaz
Thank
was
you,
a
thank you.
sanctuary. Her
Arnavas.
samadhi just opposite Baba's room. Yeah. Jai Baba.
Yeah. Well, the Mandali came in Adi's car. We were on the veranda to greet our beloved master. As Baba got down from the car, he looked as radiant as ever. To me, he looked beautiful and also powerful, but with an ineffable tenderness about him. The left wing of the main hall was covered with a green carpet. In the middle, close to the wall, was a wooden chaise lounge with a backrest. It was the same one that Baba had used in the 1930s. Footnote 58, known as Baba's Gadi. Oh, which is in the upper Mehrabad, right? At present, it is in the tin shed behind the study hall at Upper Mehrabad. Yeah, that's where it
Correct,
is.
correct.
Tin shed. Yeah. A soft mattress with a spotless white sheet was spread over it. As the meetings were expected to be held frequently in this hall, this arrangement seemed the most comfortable for Baba as it would allow him to conveniently stretch out his legs. After a little while, all were called into the hall. Pendu, Gustaji, Baidul, Adi, Kaka, Jal, yes, Baba's brother, Chagan, Ramju, Vishnu, Yirich, and other mandali were sitting around Baba. He was seated at the far end of the hall, but a casual look from him seemed to wipe away the distance between us. He motioned us to sit down. I purposely took my seat at the back, for I had planned to note the happenings of my days with him, and I did not wish to appear conspicuous about it. The account that follows is mostly based on these notes scribbled in English, Hindi, and Marathi, as Baba used to all three languages. My memories of those, what does he mean by Baba used the three
Ye-
languages?
Yeah, I was wondering myself, yeah, because it was 1952 and it's gestures, but probably he means the people who are translating the gestures between Erich and other Mandali. Maybe they use those three languages. This was
Yeah,
very confusing, by the way, for me in the first few months, probably
Jai Baba,
even the first year.
Jai Baba,
Yeah, yeah.
I feel Baba would could tell them this is English or this is Marathi, because how the words are not same, the gestures are not same. I think before starting, we would perhaps declare the language. How else can you
Yeah,
know which language
probably.
he's coming in?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
could be,
always
Maybe.
maybe.
it's always irked me,
Some
you know. How did he do?
sometimes,
So I told myself
yeah,
he must be telling
sometimes
them now
the
it's
key
Marathi.
messages he would ask three people to say, translate and convey. Sometimes the key
Yeah. So
sentences.
I
Yeah.
think the information came from him. Okay, now this is Marathi. Now this
Marathi.
is this, and then they would accordingly take over whoever was capable of translating that language.
Yeah. But
I'm
Urich
not very
was
sure of that.
usually,
I'm not very sure of that. So if you go back to some of the YouTube videos where Money talks about gestures and translating those, I think his approach was more universal and very natural. So there was no formality about it, and he was gesturing all the time, right? So he was gesturing in the car, gesturing all the time. So people around him would figure it out, and around him were only three, four people who knew everything about him, right? Especially Eruch. Even before the gesture completed, he used to know what he's talking about. So I think it was far more natural than the formality of saying, "Hey, now I'm switching language" or whatever. But maybe I
No,
may
no,
be
no,
wrong.
no, no. He was not switching languages. He would convey a
Exactly.
message and ask
That's it.
somebody to say in the first, and then ask somebody else to say the same message in a different languages. Not that he was conveying the messages thrice.
Exactly. I think
It
so
was
too.
just one conveyance, and then the other person would also translate. Like we now also see in the stage the program, na somebody says in Hindi and the other
Somebody
person comes and
translates. Yeah.
translates into Telugu and all that. Yeah, it's like
I
Yes,
that.
think, I,
if he
I
had
think
done this, you know,
once.
we would have got half a God speaks, you know, because he would have keep on telling them, ab Marathi hai, ab Gujarati hai.
You'd have wasted avataric time. Yeah. Advent time would have been wasted. Yeah.
But all these
So,
people, Mandali people, were talking in Gujarati to him. Rich
yes,
and
responses. Responses were all
Mehra,
Gujarati.
Mani, they're all speaking Gujarati. And another Cyrus, I think Cyrus was talking about it, and he said sometimes Urich won't even see him. When Baba was sitting behind, when he's giving a lecture, standing in front of the microphone, sometimes you look behind and see what Baba says, and sometimes he doesn't even look at Baba. He just keeps talking.
Keeps talking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
that is interesting.
Yeah.
Who somebody commented, Urich is not sitting at Baba and done talking. Baba's probably is understanding what Baba is saying behind. But he was commenting that. Anyway, okay. The account that follows is mostly based on those notes scribbled in English, Hindi, and Marathi, as Baba used all these languages. My memories of those 2 weeks, as well as the notes Ramju compiled. However, since I am now reviewing this material after a lapse of 27 years, the sequence of events and the exact wording of Baba's statements are open to correction, referring to those who had come from the outstate. What is that?
Outstation. Outstations.
Outstations. Pleader Minu Karas, Haji Abdullah, Sevak Kotwal, Pandova. Okay, Madhav Rao, Gadekar, Nanakar, Bal Natu, and few others. Baba began. I'm very pleased to see you all. This is a very important period. Now that you have come, drive away all thoughts about your family, money, and other responsibilities. Sidhu, who was present in the hall at a sign from Baba, got up to bring Ali Shah, one of the two resident musts, to him. While waiting for Sidhu's return, Baba casually spelled out, I forgot about what I had decided early this morning, that I would begin the day by bowing down at the feet of a must. There are two there are two here, Tukaram and Ali Shah, also known as Muhammad and Babji, respectively. Oh, Tukaram is the Must Muhammad. I see. Uh, the first is out of the question. He would not leave me alone for long once I see him. He is the Mawali, mischievous or cunning type. So it is better to get the Jamali, gentleman type.
think those who know Marathi will know exactly what Mawali is. It's more than mischievous or cunning, but you know what I mean. So he gives that adjective to Muhammad Mast, and he's saying
Mm.
Ali Shah is more the Jamali type.
Mm. Sidhu brought Bapji into the hall as Baba had. He's in the sixth plane, right? The Alisha. I think if I
Is,
remember right,
is
he was
is
in
Ali
sixth
Shah
plane.
the one from Ahmednagar?
Don't
I
remember,
think
but
so. I'm not sure,
with a
but
with
I
a
don't
beard
remember
and
the
all,
plane. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll try to
beard and
find it.
turban.
Keep going. I'll
Mm.
try to find it.
Okay. Sidhu brought Babji into the hall as Baba had just begun to walk without the aid of crutches. Dr. Neelu was very concerned about Baba's decision to bow down to the mast. He carefully supervised Baba's bowing down until Baba touched Babaji's feet with his forehead and then sat up. As Babji was led to his room, Baba commented, I received letters from many different parts of the country, as well as from the West, of people having experiences of me, like seeing me face to face, receiving guidance and help from me, and so on. I honestly tell that personally, I have got myself known about such things. Devotion of the individuals concerned that have brought this about. But from November 15th onwards, God will make me do such things directly as
Hey, Baba,
and when necessary. Yes,
that
sir.
either God has done. Miss one
Well,
line. See, I have not myself known about these things. After that, you started with devotion. It has to be either
oh,
God.
thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
just that. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Either God has done these things for me or it is the faith and devotion of the individuals concerned that have brought this about. Okay. But from November 15th onwards, God will make me do such things directly as and when necessary. That is why I will be allowing the masses to contact me and will let those who so desire to perform my arti. Turning to the upcoming fairy life, Baba began. These 2 weeks are my final working, and after that will commence the fiery life. This period is so important that I had to invite the selected few to be with me in order to participate in my preparations for the fiery life. Although this particular period of Baba's work is known as his fiery free life, during the meetings at Mehrabad and the succeeding darshan tours, he referred to this phase simply as the fiery life. Therefore, I have decided to use this same phrase throughout my narration. Baba resumed, Pleader has not seen me for about 12 years, but because of his old connection with me, I have brought him here by force of internal compulsion so that he may not miss his great chance. Manak Mehta will also prove to be lucky if he turns up. It would have been better if Jal Karewala had passed away after his fiery life, as I expected great work from him. With an indescribable radiance on his face, Baba continued, I will do what I have to do myself internally, but I also have to see to the external aspects of the fiery life. All that work put together is the rhyme for the fiery life commencing on November 15th.
The rhythm for the fiery life. Yeah.
To those who had assembled in the hall, Baba advised, whether I give you work or no work, leave you alone or keep you engaged. I want all of you to stop all other thoughts over your personal affairs and to think of me most of the time. That would be the best way for you to remain ready to do as and when I find it necessary for you to do anything. Only do as I say and remain free from your worries and your own plans. I have to do many, many things. Many among you can do a few things for me and on my behalf by carrying out the duties and utmost sincerity from the bottom of your hearts. Baba then nominated 12 of those who had been especially called for the Sahwas to repeat audibly one of the following names of God: Ya Yazdan, Allahu, God Almighty, and Parabrahma Paramatma. This was to be done in 2 hour shifts in the Chopri or Agar Kuti, the hut where Baba began his silence. This repetition was to continue without stop from 9 in the morning on November 2nd until 9 on the morning of November 12th. Papa Jasawala was chosen to begin his continuous jap repetition. Nanakir was to substitute for anyone who became ill. After this had been taken care of, Baba arranged for a similar procedure for the next 3 days, during which 4 of the holy books, sacred scriptures from 4 different religions, were to be read out each morning in Mandali Hall for half an hour, beginning at 7 o'clock. 7. Kaikobad was to read from the Avesta. At 7:30, Murali was to read from the Bible, followed by half hour of Kale Mama reading from the Dhyanyaswari. And finally, Ramju was to finish by reading from the Quran.
Okay, if I can butt in, Alisha is a fifth plane must, and yes, he is from Ahmednagar.
Oh, I see, I
So
see.
he's the one that spent maximum time with Baba when Baba was in Mehrabad, Mehrazad, and
Hmm.
along with Muhammad, of course.
Muhammad
Oh,
must, yeah.
okay, so let's continue.
Okay.
So we have another Mama. I just realized in the Baba fold there is Mama Ji and then there's Kale Mama.
Ah, Mamaji. That Mamaji came from Mysore, or is he still
On the
here
way
in
to Mysore, I think.
Kale Mama is
Mysore?
same as Murli Kale. That
No, I
means
think it's different. It's different.
Kale
Murli
Mama.
was to read, follow. Yeah, yeah, it's two different people. Murli was to read
His
from the
father, I
Bible,
think, right?
follow.
Murali Kale's father, I think.
No idea.
Verify.
Not sure.
Yeah, he's from somewhere from North UP, right? Murali Kale.
No
He
idea.
was in.
No, no. Kale's surname is not is a Maharashtrian surname.
Oh, I think he also accompanied New Life. Murali Kale.
I
Hmm.
think his description could be there in that My Baba travel.
In the Meher Baba
Check that
travels.
later.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
yeah. Real knowledge, flash of becoming. After these preliminary arrangements had been made, Baba was in one of his rare moods to give a long discourse. Sometimes he used his alphabet board, which Jal or Urich or Vishnu read, and sometimes he used gestures. Besides English, he also used Indian languages such as Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi, and Urdu. He began the discourse on Jnana, Jnana. On the one hand,
So
Jnana,
I have a question. I have a question, right? So this is how discourses spells this word. Okay.
Jnana.
Uh, but is it the same as pronouncing it the Vedantic way, which is Gyan? Because it makes sense to do that. But I've seen everywhere,
Yes,
I would believe so, right? So it's not
I
dhyan
believe so.
because the meanings are different. Dhyan in Sanskrit becomes thinking or
Yeah.
even meditation, whereas Gyan is knowledge,
Yeah.
right? So they're two different words, but I don't know. I don't know how to
Yeah.
That is dhyan.
reconcile that.
That is
Yeah,
DH. This is
correct.
D, divine knowledge. It's a different word, and the Gyan is the third word actually. That's
S-
yeah.
No, but there is no word without the H with the D in Sanskrit. There is no small the ya dhyan. There is no word in Sanskrit. I mean, I'm talking Sanskrit only, but I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just a
whatever.
transliteration.
In the
Yeah,
Sanskrit, there are three words. If you say different meaning, dhyan is meditation, as you said. Remembrance is
correct,
called dhyana, and
correct,
gyan is knowledge. There is just it is a Gyan, and this is the
correct.
third word that you see here: divine knowledge, dhyana, dhyana.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce, but it's a different word. None of the earlier
Dhyan.
words give the divine knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So Gyan
agreed.
and Gyan and this word are close, but Gyan is just a general knowledge, and this is divine
Correct.
knowledge. So slight difference. Yeah. Jai Baba.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's so Gyan can also be taken to be divine knowledge contextually when you're dealing on darshana or spiritual concepts, because Gyan is one of the margas, Jnana marga, like the bhakti and the karma, right?
Not, yeah.
So and there it's clearly the Gyan, Gyan, right? So anyway, it's minor but unimportant. Yeah, please go ahead, Ravi.
Baba uses Jnan, knowledge. He means experiencing the God state. He also refers that as knowledge sometimes.
Okay. Yeah,
See, for
fair enough.
us, what is the use of Gnan is only for a preparation for us. The Gnan,
Right.
we try to gather knowledge by, let's say, reading discourses, for example. What is
Hmm.
that knowledge is used for? That knowledge has to be imbibed in us. So, for example, telling lies, okay? I
Hmm.
was lying before. Oh, I read the discourses. Now I understand, oh, I should not lie. So I have to practice not lying for many, many lifetimes or maybe few years. Then I won't lie. So that knowledge engraved in my system. So that is the also one type of knowledge that only prepares me for the being prepared for the union. That's all. Then we have to leave that. Once you get that knowledge in our system, then we don't call that knowledge at all. We only call it knowledge only when we are reading and trying to understand. There's also another understanding.
Very subtle, fine point. It's, I think, I'm trying to remember where he said that he gives that distinction along with the fire analogy, right? So once you touch fire, you know the heat, and that becomes knowledge that you know that touching fire is associated with heat, and you will never do it again. And that becomes
Yeah,
involuntary, it becomes natural, it becomes ingrained, and that's what you're referring to. The
right.
somebody can tell you fire means hot, but then that's not the same. That's just
Yeah,
academic,
right.
right?
No,
So there's academic
that's
and
also that's
experiential.
information, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's information,
information.
but then it
Information.
becomes
Yeah.
knowledge, it becomes ingrained, it becomes part of you when you
Yeah.
actually touch it and experience it. So
Experience.
experiential knowledge is what you're saying, which is, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
perfect. Yeah.
Jai Baba Karthik, there is
Yeah.
a footnote 59 which might give some answers.
Yeah, yeah, why not? Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, so that's
Very
Baba,
good.
thank you. No, no, no. So this solves the mystery, right? We were talking, we wasted 5 minutes, let's say. So it's
No, no,
basically
no.
Gyana or Gjana, Gyan, very clear. So the Sufi term is marifat.
Whatever. Yeah.
Marifat is the sequence from starting from Shariat. Shariat,
Exactly.
Marifat, Hakikat, uh, that sequence. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very good. We got too much knowledge about knowledge. So, yeah.
No, but then Baba mocked us a little bit till Ashok slapped us and said, just go read the footnote. Yeah.
On the one hand, jnana, divine knowledge, is a thing which cannot be gained even after going through numberless forms for countless ages. And on the other hand, when it comes, it comes. You know, who sent that beautiful, beautiful picture? You know, the room is saying, Karthi, you sent that, right?
I sent one, yes.
Very,
It's
very
usually
beautiful.
Sanjay, it's usually Sanjay ji, but I sent one which was very beautiful.
Very
I'll bring that
beautiful.
up. I'll bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah. That tells us so much. Tabriz.
Shams e
Rumi's,
Tabriz.
Rumi's guru, Rumi's master.
Yeah.
Shamsi Tabriz. Okay, shall I continue?
Yeah.
Is a thing which cannot be gained even excuse me, after gaining through numberless forms of countless ages. And on the other hand, when it comes, it comes. It would not be correct to say that knowledge comes quickly. To say that it comes suddenly or that it comes unawares and so on is still not correct to express the flash of becoming, which is beyond description because knowledge is beyond the range of imagination. Very beautiful, very, very profound. But actually, what Baba says. So, his father, Papa Jasawala, not Papa Jasawala, what is his name?
Sharia.
Shariat Ji didn't go to school at all. And while being in Pune, he gets a PhD thesis to evaluate. How he get it, I don't know. But he evaluates a PhD thesis. And then later on, when Mani joined Baba, in one of the days, Mani asks Baba, Baba, Papa did not go through any formal education, but how come he had the knowledge to correct that PhD thesis? And Baba said in a simple way, it's very simple. Knowledge is already there in everyone. It's a matter of removing the fold. That's all he said. So we have the knowledge. And by reading all that stuff and by practicing, what we are doing is we are removing the mask out of it so that we get the clarity. We are
Yeah.
not, it's not Baba who is giving us. Baba said he acts like a catalyst. So we have that knowledge. We're only unveiling ourselves, the knowledge,
So
by
it's not that the
reading.
world also knows about it. So if you go to the Greek word the word for education comes from the Greek edukos, and
Mm.
edukos is to get out from within. So you're so spot on what you're saying. So even
Oh,
something mundane like education had its roots in the fact that it was
mhm.
something that always was latent. So
Yeah.
all of knowledge is latent and within, and it's only a matter of uncovering. And that's the role of the
Uncovered.
guru, right? It
Guru.
may be a
Yeah.
teacher in the
Guru.
mundane sense.
Removed.
Yeah.
He just
Yes.
removes the ignorance. That's
Veils.
all. The
The veils.
knowledge
Yeah.
opens up.
Yes.
Guru.
Yes. Yeah. So this is the one you were reminded of.
Yes, yes,
Rumi
yes.
said, as you start to walk on the way appears. Clarity doesn't come before action, it comes from action. But the onus here is on what I liked was in the
No,
second line. The clarity doesn't come before action, it comes from action. So, one of the
no, this
dilemmas
is
we
not the
have is
one. This is not the
okay,
one.
then maybe it's something else. I'll tell you what
Love.
I liked in this. Yeah.
Okay.
I like this for the fact that uh, in the spiritual path, you listen so much about the right action and right thoughts, right words, that you are tempted almost to inaction, right? And Rumi says clarity doesn't come before action. It comes from action because you cannot run away from it. See, to tame the overall process and to tame and get towards union, you have to do some action. But the way
Yeah.
you do the action is what it matters.
Yeah.
Anyway, subtle point.
Yeah.
Please
See, I
continue.
just,
That's a valid.
Karthik, I just sent one Shabri's image. Can you open up that one? That's what I was referring to. Sorry, Ashok. Did you get
Yes,
it?
you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I'll just. Oh,
This is the one I was referring to.
The Guru of Rumi.
Yeah,
yes,
Guru of Rumi. Yeah, that's
Murshid,
right.
the Murshid of Rumi. You
There
will
you go.
learn by reading, but you will understand with love.
Very simple, right? But
Shams, yeah.
Shamsi Tabriz.
I think Shams is the name of the Guru, and Tabriz is a place. And the way in Arabic you say Shams who hailed from Tabriz.
Oh, I see.
Tabriz is in Iran, and
Ah,
Rumi is also from Tabriz.
Sufi saints. Yeah,
Yes, yes. Okay.
perfect masters. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
Jeva,
Ashok ji, you're saying, yeah.
can I say? Can I say something? Yeah. So in the last which you showed about action, so you may have the map, you may have the knowledge, but you have to walk the path. Is what I get from that earlier quote which you said about action. So it's not just you know that you have the knowledge, but you also have to have the action, or you have to walk the path. So even on this divine path of spirituality, you may have all the knowledge, but you have to really act on it, which is tough, especially
Yeah.
things like Nash. I mean, it's very easily said and discussed, but annihilation of the mind is a really tough thing, is what I see, or what I've gone through this 3 4 years. We all have been all discussing things. Jay Baba.
Okay, I think just to respond to your point, I think it's more this slide, right? Our temptation is to go quickly to inaction, but it's not inaction. It's intelligent action, right?
Yeah.
We
Hmm.
have to get to intelligent action, right? Unfortunately, it's easier to think that we can be in five or we can be in three because we think it is safer. It is not. It is only two that will take us further. Intelligent
Mm.
action, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So that's the hint that Rumi is making in that. I mean, yeah, Rumi in that case, yes.
Yeah, valid point.
That's what
Intelligent
I
action.
took away. Yeah, that's what I took away. Yeah. But your points are also fair, Ashok. Okay, so let's continue.
You need to display.
Did I stop this place? Sorry.
Vijay ji, you're not talking. Vijay.
Or, or we keep seeing a lot of reels. Now there is a funny reel which keeps coming where one of the political leaders says, "Karo na, roka kisne hai." So it's just that actually, किसी ने रोका नहीं है फिर भी हमसे होता नहीं है. So it's like this. No, nobody's stopping us. But we are not able to do. So that's the whole problem actually.
Correct.
Yeah. A lot of these
Yeah,
Vedantists, follow
correct.
Vedanta. They're pretty focused on
Uh,
intellect
yeah,
part of it,
and
not the love part of it.
yeah, one more thing that I wanted to add was I recently bought Gitanjali by Ravindranath, and in
Mm.
that there is one poem where a line comes that we are so deeply in love with our weaknesses. I am not going
Mm.
to leave those weaknesses for you.
Mm.
So very hard hitting. Maybe I'll pull
Repeat
it out.
that line. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the second part faded away. Can you repeat that line, Sanjay ji?
Which one?
The weaknesses. The second
Yeah,
part
yeah.
faded away. I couldn't hear it.
Rabindranath poem says in that one poem there are a couple of lines which says I am too deeply in love with my weaknesses.
Weaknesses.
Yeah.
Second part.
No. In the Rabindranath poem,
No, no,
he
no.
is
I heard that, but you said something else about the weaknesses. The first part was audible.
This is
So,
what I said, that we are in
okay,
so
that's
much
all. Okay,
love
okay.
with our
With our
weaknesses that we are not
weaknesses.
able to
Okay.
leave it. And then earlier I was saying there is a reel in that one sentence keep coming in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
head.
That was all. That
You
was all
know,
audible.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. किसने रोका है हमको ये करने के लिए? But who,
yeah.
what's
Karma.
stopping us to do what we want to do? But वो नहीं होता है हमसे. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Very profound, Sanjay. This is very profound. We can't live with
Okay,
our
Yeah,
weaknesses.
Ravi.
It's not that easy. But
Vijay ji, आप
Karthik,
कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? I think your
No,
mic
no,
can
no, no.
mute.
I was just responding to Ravi that I'm just trying to assimilate, and I have so it's okay. I'm not speaking, but I'm listening to everything what is going, what
oh,
is
Okay.
being
no,
discussed.
no, no. You're the
And it
most
is
knowledgeable man.
no,
Yeah.
no, no,
Yes.
no. Trying to gain the knowledge.
In
Thank you.
in his silence, there is a lot.
Love. He's got only love, no intellect, no intelligence, love.
Only half
Okay.
knowledge people keep talking so much.
Exactly.
Jai Baba.
Imagination has a tremendous range and almost unlimited scope, and man has a very strong imagination. Can I read that again?
Please.
Imagination has a tremendous range. We can imagine anything, right? To extend, go on extending our imagination, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, and on an almost unlimited scope. There's no limit for that. And man has a very strong imagination. For example, it would not be impossible for a man to imagine a rat having a million heads. The whole world is created and carried on by the force of imagination. But in spite of being apparently unlimited, imagination reaches the limit when checked by knowledge itself. By the power of imagination, no man can ever understand or explain the beginningless beginning or the endless end. In other words, eternity is beyond the reach of all imagination, and knowledge is knowledge of eternity. Oh my God,
Fantastic.
this is very profound.
Fantastic.
But we only have imagination, right? Where is the knowledge coming from? Experiences.
No, 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 no. That's not the way I understand this is knowledge is beyond our experiences. Big K knowledge, big K knowledge of big E eternity, of God and big R reality. Okay. So here, if you see it now, I'll just really reread this. But in spite of being apparently unlimited, imagination reaches the limit when checked by knowledge itself. By the power of imagination, no man can ever understand or explain the beginningless beginning or the endless end. In other words, eternity is beyond the reach of all imagination, and knowledge is knowledge of eternity. And here again, K is big in knowledge, and E is big in eternity, right? So, I think what there's no mention of experience here, but the knowledge that's being referred to is divine knowledge, and divine knowledge is something that cannot be achieved just by imagination, though imagination is apparently infinite and apparently unlimited.
Mm,
Right,
See
right.
here,
It's not. It's,
knowledge. You see here,
continue,
no.
Ravi.
We only have imagination, Karthik. We don't have
Yes,
anything else. Where did our knowledge come from? Our knowledge is also imagination.
small k knowledge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
small k
actual
knowledge is
knowledge,
is
big K knowledge, is the experience of God.
exactly. So that is beyond imagination,
That is beyond imagination.
the
Yes.
unfathomable.
Unfathomable, but we don't know that state until we attain that state.
That's exactly what you say. Yes.
Is exactly
So
what you're
that's
saying?
no, that's exactly what Baba is saying, and yes, that's what I am
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
confirming
said.
as well.
You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
no,
Okay.
no, no, and you said the same
No,
thing.
no,
So
no,
let me
no.
read.
Experience. You said experience, and that's where I had the problem.
Experience
Experience, you're
of
saying
imagination.
related to God realization. Okay. Accepted.
Experience of imagination. The knowledge, the small K knowledge is only gained by experiencing the knowledge. This
Right.
fire,
Fair.
we don't know the fire until
Fair.
you
Fair.
experience
Got
the
it.
fire. That is the
Got it.
experience. Let me read
Got
it
it, man.
again, if you,
Correct.
if I may.
So
Can I
it
read
is
that?
Please.
So,
it is work in progress, and
Ar-
we get driven deeper into the quest. That Baba gives them these little experience of love, little experience that the tears roll our tears, our eyes. These kind of listening to Baba bhajans, having these meetings and discussions, and reading Baba book. So he gives us that a fraction of that feeling, which keeps us
Glimpse.
motivated and engaged in this. So that's his grace and his blessing to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's more, yeah,
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, for a normal person, these discussions don't mean anything. Actually,
mean
why
anything.
we are tasting this, licking this nectar, trying to lick or whatever, Jai Baba.
Yeah. So we are in the false, two times using the false imagination. And the knowledge what we are trying to get by reading these books is still false imagination, but real false imagination, real darkness, right? Baba mentions as a real darkness. Anyway,
yeah, Baba,
yeah,
uh, can I say something? Uh,
Please.
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So I think we read the prayer, and eternity is equal to the trinity of truth, knowledge, and bliss. So it's not just knowledge; it has to eternity, or finding eternity is the trinity of truth, knowledge, and bliss, which comes from the Parvardigar prayer. Would that be a right way of interpreting eternity? Because eternity is something which is really bigger than knowledge, bigger than bliss, bigger than truth. So eternity is something which is way beyond all that we have discussed, is what I
Mm.
feel.
Yeah, you're right, Ashok ji.
You're right. You're right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me read it again with all this
sure.
understanding. That way we have some clarity.
Please.
Imagination has a tremendous range and an almost unlimited scope. And man has a very strong imagination. Agreed, we only have imagination, nothing else. For example, it would not be impossible for a man to imagine a rat having a million heads. Didn't we read this expression somewhere else? Didn't Baba use
Mm,
this expression of rat having million heads somewhere else? Or maybe
uh,
I read somewhere else.
maybe you read it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The whole world is created and carried on by the force of imagination, right? That's also we agree. But in spite of being apparently unlimited, imagination reaches the limit when checked by knowledge itself, knowledge capital K. But in spite of being apparently unlimited, imagination reaches the limit when checked by the knowledge itself. By the power of imagination, no man can ever understand or explain the beginningless beginning or the endless end. Basically, he's saying with the knowledge,
Correct.
with the imagination, you can never understand God. That's what it says.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Yes.
all the inventions are actually a product of imagination, right?
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
Imagination.
imagined that
Correct.
I should have a car or whatever.
Yeah. Physics stops only when the apparent things are ending. Beyond that, there is no physics.
Yes.
Yeah. In other words, eternity is beyond the reach of all imagination, and knowledge is knowledge of eternity. Knowledge of eternity. Eternity is beyond the reach of all imagination, and knowledge, capital K, is knowledge of eternity. Yep. That is what we have to look for. Knowledge of eternity. I think we're all clear, I think. Right? Anybody has any
Yes.
question about that? Beautiful. Beautiful. God is without beginning and without end. And there can never be any question of time and space in infinity, as otherwise that would mean a limitation of God's infinitude. No amount of imagination can therefore ever think of infinity. Because of where there is no beginning, the very question as to what was the beginning cannot arise at all. What makes me think is our mind is limited, and we are under the great influence of beginning, sustaining for some time, and ending. We cannot go beyond these three limits. That is time. We cannot think without time and space
Yeah. So I don't know
and
if any of you
separation.
listen to the audio that I mean a link I sent, which I suggested that probably the Upanishadic reference to creation versus Baba's whim, that clarity can be I mean that distinction can be made by listening to that video. There also he makes the same point, right? But again, the beauty of the concept of the whim and the logic and the clarity that it provides to the modern thinking, scientific, logical brains of today is Baba's gift, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Intuition is the gift for the humanity in this incarnation. That's what
Yes,
Baba said to the Don Stevens.
correct,
See, a lot of these Vedantists, a lot of these Swamijis and all, they only purely depend on the intellect.
correct.
But intellect is all imagination, right? It's all imagination.
So I'll tell you where that probably comes from. I'm thinking where that came from, right? So in Vedanta, there's also the dominance of jnana, right? So they say that finally it is knowledge.
Yeah.
So knowledge is unfortunately also equated to intellect, and that's why the overbearing
Ah.
importance to intellect.
Oh my God.
Whereas the key is Baba says there's something beyond intellect, which is intuition.
We have one brahmachari. Brahmachari is the one step lower than Swamiji. He gives utmost importance in our Peoria, in the Chinmaya
Mhm.
mission. He and I had a series of email interactions, and my only basis. Oh, I cannot bring Meher Baba because he is a cult. I only can bring Ishvara in the Vedanta. Okay. So I go on emphasizing the fact, hey, there's no point in following the intellect. Intellect can be helpful, but not that most. Only love is important. On this point, and that guy, that gentleman, has been because he's following, he's depending on the intellect, and he feels very unstable by listening to me. And Ravi is like who is this guy? He's like a worldly guy, nothing. He was going on, insisting on intellect, 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 intellect. Finally, we are in the study group where we attend all the parents of the children. And then there are a couple of slokas, one by Prahalada and one by Hanuman. Nothing matters, only bhakti matters in order to achieve the realization, moksha. When he read that, he was so moved bodily by he didn't look at me. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's
Baba
kind
came to
of
your rescue, huh?
no, 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 no. I'm standing
No,
on
no,
Baba's knowledge. Hmm?
no, I'm saying Baba solved it for you by presenting that shloka to him.
Yeah. I didn't say, and Baba won't appreciate me if I say, "Hey, I won, you lost." Baba doesn't like that,
Yes,
right?
yes. Very well
If Baba
said. Yes.
said, "Express yourself, Ravi, for a minute, I'll let you express yourself," then I would say, "Na na 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 na, you lost, I won."
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
I'm bad.
Other thing that is funnily happening is just a trivia on a lighter note is that now we have a AI. to boost our imagination. You know, I can probably now create a video that Ravi is singing Muhammad Rafi song, and or maybe I am dancing with Karthik near the Dubai towers.
Yeah.
All these videos can be created. You know, there is
Much more
because
in
when it is comes
imagination.
into visual form. Earlier it was only in the mind. Now it is
Yeah.
getting expression into visual and audio form. All this AI is helping us to, or whatever helping is. I don't know whether it's the right word, but it is. It is just there to, boost
Yeah.
our imagination and firm our sanskaras. Actually, very good.
The,
It's AI
the
is
apparent nature of imagination gets even more impressive, let's say. The apparent infinity or the apparent imagination, which has no limits, gets one more aspect thanks to AI. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Ashok, you were saying something.
I was saying it's creative imagination, and Sanjay ji, when you're doing an AI of dancing, include everybody, not just one or two. Include the entire group dancing in.
Okay. Yeah. You will be dancing a rock star dance actually. Together with you, we'll be all behind.
To be the
You will lead
extras,
it.
you can be
You
the
will.
lead.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
So
This is really.
on that note, I think we are also out of time. We'll stop here. Tomorrow is God Speaks time, and look forward to connecting back tomorrow. This,
Okay.
yeah,
Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Thank you.
yeah, Jai Baba.
Jai
Mamaji,
Baba.
you have something
Jai
to say?
Baba.
Or,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, please go ahead.
Uh, this whole of discussion, we need to remember that Baba has stepwise identified after intellect what comes, inspiration, after that illumination. So all
Yeah.
these steps are the steps for awakening. So awakening means what is there inside is brought out. So it is not hidden, it is there,
Yes.
but we have to bring it out. So that's what was striking me when we were discussing all these things. Jai Baba.
As always, you steal the thunder by the best summary. Thank you very much. So, what starts with instinct ends in intuition, and then, of course, takes us to the path and to big E eternity.
Yes.
And yes, thank you for that good summary of the overall discussion.
Okay.
Jai Baba.
Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba,
Jai Baba.
everyone. Thank you so much.
Jai
Appreciate
Baba.
everyone.
Jai
Jai
See you
Baba.
Baba.
tomorrow.
Jai Baba.
Hopefully,
Jai
I'll
Baba.
be able to log in.
Bye.
Jai Baba.
Bye.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.